Hello everyone, welcome to Keep Calm and Homeschool On. My name is Ashley. Today I'm going to do a video on the top 10 reasons we homeschool and 5 practical tips. You'll have to excuse me, the word exhausted doesn't even describe it. I don't really know. Today is Tuesday, we start school on Monday, and it has been one thing after another. It seems like I'm trying to plan and get everything situated for school, and it's just life's crazy. Okay, so anywho, I wanted to get this video accomplished, though. That's on my list. So, okay, my top 10 reasons, our top 10 reasons that we homeschool. Number 1 is God led us here. This is absolutely what we're supposed to be doing. We prayed a whole lot about it. I've mentioned before, I have 3 kiddos. They started out in public school. My oldest son was in 5th grade, my middle son was in 2nd, my daughter was in kindergarten. Whenever we pulled them, I subbed and helped at the school all of the time, and it just got to a point where, no, it wasn't working out anymore. So they're home with us after lots and lots of prayer, because we just feel like the Lord led us. This is where we're supposed to be. So number 2, we can spend time with our kids and get to know them. Also, they get to know us. I feel like whenever they were in public school, it was just this shuffle of, they got home, we did their homework, signed all their papers, had dinner, talked for maybe 20 minutes, it seemed like, before the 3 of them needed showers, and it was bedtime, and it was like other people were raising our kids, and that wasn't working either. It's like they didn't really know each other, they didn't know us, and that's one of my very favorite things about homeschool. I get to know my kids on a completely different level than I ever thought possible, and I'm so thankful. Okay, number 3, we are raising them and instilling our beliefs in them instead of handing them off to strangers. Kind of the same thing, just the school that they went to, obviously they couldn't pray. They had what they called a moment of silence, and so you could pray then. But that's one of my favorite things about another favorite thing about homeschool. We incorporate God in every single thing that we do. He's in all of it, because He's in everything, and so they need to know that, and I loved it. And you ask them now, what their favorite thing is, and it usually all goes back to the Lord, or you ask them a question about something, and it always directs back to the Lord, and it's amazing to see the difference. Okay, number 4 is no kid is the same. No kid should be expected to be at a certain level, and everyone learns differently. I felt like that was kind of a big deal. They tried to loop public school. It's like everyone is supposed to be at this one platform level. If you're under it, you get lost in the shuffle. If you're above it, you don't get challenged enough. You're just stuck below. And I have kiddos that go both ways on that, and so I just I have one that I know would have eventually gotten held back because they weren't at a certain level, and that's just not fair. It's not that they didn't know, they just don't test well, get super anxious whenever it comes to that, and it just wouldn't have worked out. So once again, very blessed to be able to homeschool. Number 5, the freedom. Whenever we have sick days, want to take a field trip, we can do those things. I got really, really sick last year, and we kind of had to we didn't really take a couple months off, but we kind of did. We just didn't do anything real structured or strict those couple of months, and that was one thing that's really nice, just being able to have the opportunity to do that. Number 6, we get to see them learn and discover. Whenever, they see something new and their eyes light up and they are just so excited about what they've learned or what they've figured out, and, it's not someone else, they're our kiddos, we had them, they're our job, it's our job to raise them, and I feel like, we should reap the benefits of that, seeing them discover new things and all that, instead of someone else teaching them and them doing it. So that's another thing that I really love. Number 7, is that where we are? I think so. Number 7, they are closer as siblings than ever before. That's absolutely true. It's like they kind of were, like I said, we were all kind of just strangers in passing, it felt like, whenever they were in school. They had their little buddies, and that's kind of who they hung out with, and granted, they weren't very old then, but it's like they came home and weren't very interested. They fought all the time, which I'm sure they were just beyond exhausted, getting up at, 7 or 6:45 in the morning, not getting home until 4 o'clock. And then, that's a long day for a kiddo. And then to be just surrounded by your brother and sister all of a sudden. And so they've gotten along a lot better. And it's just really cool to see the difference. Okay, number 8. Yes, number 8. This one's pretty basic. There's a saying that says, I don't want to offend anyone. It says, I've seen the village and I don't want them raising my kids. And that's exactly it. I've seen the village and I don't want them raising my kids. So I feel like that's it. That's my number 8. Number 9, we have more opportunity to learn. They have more opportunity to learn subjects that they're interested, things that they normally wouldn't. As far as just like my son's super interested in music, he gets to practice his instruments a lot more often. One of them is very interested in computer programming. He gets to do that where he wouldn't as often. So if they have an interest, then they get to do those things, and that's really cool. Okay, number 10, honestly, just because we can. We live in a state that allows us to. It's part of our deal, and we absolutely love it. We adore it. We wouldn't want it any other way. We have no plans to not homeschool in the future. As long as it works, that's what we're going to do. That's what we always said. As long as it works, we're going to do it, and right now it's still just fantastic. It's better than it was before, even, so we're going to keep doing it. So those are my 10... excuse me, sorry. My arm's cramping up. Those are my top 10 reasons that we homeschool. Okay, so now on to my top 5 top 5 practical homeschool tips. Number 1 is pray hard, pray every day. That's one of my things. That's a definite. Whenever we wake up in the morning, I wake up in the morning, I pray, and I just ask the Lord to just help me throughout the day. And like I said, we incorporate Him in everything that we do. And so that's definitely number 1, is lots and lots of prayer for strength and calm. Okay, number 2 is be prepared to homeschool on the road or pack up homeschool for whatever. Like I said, I was sick for a few months last year, and so that was just really nice to be able to it taught me a lot on just being prepared and having everything ready in case of emergency, in case of whatever, just whatever we needed to pack up and go, we had it. I have a video on our homeschool to go tote, and it's life-saving stuff right there. So, okay, number 3, coffee. That's all, just huge tip, or some sort of whatever your thing is, be it coffee, be it tea, be it soda, be it whatever it is you're into, but just something to keep you sane. That would be good. On that same note, my number 4 tip is a relaxed work environment. Be it we have a candle, and we used to have a little water fountain. Now we have the fish tank upstairs, and so we can hear the water of the fish tank along with the candle, and it's just very relaxing. And maybe some music in the background if that's not too distracting, but just some sort of relaxing kind of white noise to just kind of, once again, calm yourselves too. It's always a good thing, especially on chaotic days. So okay, number 5 is don't feel pressure to do it all. There are lots of homeschool mommies that look like they do it all. I can almost assure you 98% of the time they're just as tired as this right here most of the time at the end of the day. Whenever we started, I thought that was our thing. Like, you have to do the whole entire Math UC book, and you have to do the whole entire Learning Language Arts through Literature. You can't skip stuff, and you have to do every single lesson and all the way through it. And no, you don't. If your kid gets it, move on. Don't drag them through the mud trying to just, drill it in their heads. If they get it, awesome. Move on to the next thing. That was one of my biggest mistakes, is just knowing that they had it and just making it boring to where they hated it almost, because we kept just repeating it because that was what the lesson wanted us to do. And just, As Trish from Justsewtrish says, don't be a slave to the curriculum. That is absolutely true. Don't think that you have to do all the fancy curriculums. Don't think that you have to, be part of 15 co-ops in karate and football and all of those, do your family. Do what you guys need to do. Don't do what everyone else is doing. Whatever works for you, that's what's best for your family. You know you best. No one else does, so that's it. So those are my top 10 reasons and my 5 practical tips. I thank you very much for watching. I hope this is informative, even a little bit. I don't know. I once again apologize for being so exhausted. Hopefully I'll get a really good nap by Monday morning. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great homeschool year. Thank you.